Hey guys, this is Team DNA. We got another deck profile for you. This is Aaron. He's got this own unique deck that he pretty much stayed up really late, like 5 in the morning, a couple weekends ago making. It's an Inzector Gallis deck. I know people have tried to make Agent Gallis, but I've played against this and I think it hurts a whole lot more. But go ahead, Aaron.
Well, for the main deck, you play a triple Inzector Dragonfly. I'm not really going to explain the Inzector portion of the deck because it's all practically staple. So you play 3 Dragonfly, you play triple Centipede. You would normally play 3 Hornet, but I got a really good deal on my 2 for like $12 a piece, and I haven't found anyone that's willing to trade extra Hornets, so right now I'm just playing 2. You play 1 Gigamantis. Gigamantis is busted, so if it's sent to the grave while equipped to a monster, you special summon your Dragonfly and start the entire process over again. And if you need to, you can just equip it to your Dragonfly and make it a 24 beat stick. I play 1 Caius, just cause, why not?
Loves Caius.
Play 1 Dad, because to be honest, you do play a massive amount of darks in this deck, but due to the fact that you run Sorcerer and BLS, you have a lot of graveyard control. I played double Tomato and 1 Sangan. I usually use the Mystic Tomatoes to get into my Sangan so I can get to my Inzector plays really early on, because the explosive plays are mostly with your Inzectors, because it just ruins your opponent's day. It just fucks it up for everybody.
There's children watching.
That's fine. 1 Spirit Reaper. Spirit Reaper is just a stall. Maybe get a card out of their hand every now and then, but basically just a stall. 1 Gores and 2 Trigodia. These 3 cards make the deck, I think. These 2 cards are usually bumped up to around 3,600 with the hand control I have with the deck, and Gores is just broken since I only run monsters and no spell or traps. And none of these cards are ever dead. You play 2 Sorcerer. Not really any reason to. You don't run like 20 lights, but you run enough. You run 1 Card Trooper just to dump all of your cards in there for BLS or Sorcerer for Dad, and you can get that cool plus if you suicide into like Heroes or Thunder King. My secret tech is Medion the Time Lord.
I told you that tech.
This card's really good in the deck because when your opponents overextend, say like playing Samurai, so have Shien, Nat Beast, Barkion on the field, you just summon this guy and bounce them all back to your deck. And so all their resources they just wasted are bounced back to their deck, then they're burned for a little bit of damage. And if you mill it with Gallis, that's 2,000 points out of their life. Now we're basically getting to the light portion of the deck. Triple Alchemist. Since you're playing 40 monsters, you can never really be disappointed on whatever you hit. Not with my other deck. Some of my other duel videos, I got quite sad. But this card's really good. Lets you basically see in 1 turn into the future. When they destroy it, you're getting a plus off it, then you can drop Trag. There's just really nutty plays with this deck. I've been kind of controversial on this next part. Main decking triple Veiler. It was really difficult for me to decide whether Veiler or like other certain hand traps to play like Maxi. I did just get my Maxi stolen, but I could easily get more. But Veiler right now is so good due to the fact that what's basically being played are wind-ups, Inzektors, and Ninjas. And since none of them special summon enough for me to care about having a Maxi, I play Veiler. And I usually end up siding him out. I play double Cyber Dragon. Baits out their warnings, they're bottomless, forces them to use Thunder Kings. Wind-ups, it basically takes a dump on them if they don't get your entire hand or if you just top deck it. And Card Curries just go sad face against this card when you special summon it. 2 Thunder King stops them from searching. To be honest, just one of the anti-meta cards of the format that's always been around and that everyone will always hate if you open with. And I just like it. BLS, no real explanation. 1 Honest. Now, what we were talking about, the triple Gallis. This card I think is really amazing. Just due to the versatility of the card itself, you can mill the top card, and it doesn't really matter what it is because it could either be helping your next play, or I found myself in times using Card Trooper and milling 2 darks when I have Dad in hand, and then special summoning Gallis and getting the third one, then being able to push for game from that point on. And for the next 3 cards, it's
You
triple
can't Solemn Judgment or
Birdman.
anything, Gallis. That's
Yeah,
another
you
good
can't
thing.
you can't really get around its effect. It's one of those nuisance cards.
More true, but that's about it.
But the next 3 cards, Birdman, is what makes this card even more broken. There's just so many nutty plays. You can go into Brio, Leviair, Leviathan, Trish. Usually I can first turn Trish about every person I play, just because I'll special both of them, then bounce one back for Birdman, then special it again, usually burning them for about 26 to about 3,000 damage, and then trishing them. So all their resources are gone or wasted so they don't burn, and then you just make them lose advantage from that point on. For the extra deck, 1 Trish, obviously, 1 Brio, Catastor, shut up. Decisive Armor. Decisive Armor is really good. Some people think it's really hard to pull out, but to be honest, it's really not. I mean, with Dragodia's ability just to copy whatever level in the graveyard, and I run every level between 1 and 4 in there, it's pretty simple to get out, and the effects are really broken if you're depending on what you're playing. If you're not really playing like agents or anything, then it basically just turns into a 33 beat stick. Locomotion, this card's awesome with Card Trooper and Sorcerer, not Card Trooper, but Birdman and Trooper. It's just level 9, and when it's synchroed, you take control of their highest monster. So if they have BLS on the field, you basically say good game after that. 1 Gaia, just level 6. 1 Roach, level 4's in the deck. Not really any reason not to. Why not? 1 Leviair. Leviair's broken in this deck. You can remove with BLS, you can remove your Sangan for Dad, and you do your Inzector play, then get Sangan back with Leviair. And I just love this card in this deck because there's so many rank 3 options with it. Double Leviair, or Leviathan, sorry. Not really any reason to, just bumps up to 25 beat stick, gets over a lot of stuff, and it's annoying. 2 Giga Brilliance. Yeah, don't laugh. Like I said, if I didn't get my binder stolen, these would most definitely be Zen mains, but right now, why not? 18 beat stick, you can bump up your BLS to 33 and attack. It's just, it bumps up your monsters by 300. To be honest, it's pretty crappy. 1 Chimera Tech, just for wind-ups and Karakuri. To be honest, since I play 2 Sidras, I'd probably end up taking out a Giga Brilliant for another Chimera Tech and taking out the other Giga for 1 Zen mains. But as of right now, with the limited possibilities I have with the extra deck, it's going to have to remain like that. Off to the side deck. My side deck is basically meant for people who side against me, so I play Triple Breaker for the Necro, or for the Gravekeepers that really hurt the deck, for the macro, and for the anti-meta people who play Fossil Dino with Safe Zone equipped, which is an annoying thing to get over. These are my techs. I play 2 Sazonks, or however you say it, I don't really care. I think these cards are really good. First off, it gets around Stardust, so they may have just wasted their resource to go into a Stardust attack to a Sazank, and they just feel stupid after that. And it gets around the White Dragon Ninja, or whatever you call it, from the ninjas, and it gets around the new dragons that are out, the Light Pulsar, so they don't get their effects. It gets out around Shining. It gets around. This card just gets around a lot of cards, and it doesn't see that much play, and I don't know why, but it's a really good card. Here's for the anti-meta macros. I play 1 Mega Hamster, just so I can set him, and so he'll search out my 2 Raikos that I also side deck. These are usually meant for popping back row, or if I need to, I can pop a high monster, but I usually won't. These are usually meant for high back row decks like heroes and all that annoying jazz. Double Snowman Eater, just another 19 defense, and basically these are meant to get over T-King. Now these next 3 cards I put in because of decks like Karakuri and decks that can OTK you, because I hate OTK decks. I play triple Battle Fader. I actually sided that in a lot today during locals because I did run into Karakuri a few times, so I just thought, what the heck. Yeah, these next 2 cards I actually just recently put in just because of what won the last YCS in Guadalajara. I put in 2 Puppet Plants because I figured that since people are going to start picking up on 6 Samurai stuff because it's going to go back up in value, I'm guessing, that people are going to start playing that again. And it's still a good side, to be honest with you, against like decks that are that play sorcerers and DLS and gravekeepers and all that noise. It just takes all that stuff away from them, and it can help you push or whatever, basically. So that's basically the deck. Now I'm going to talk about what happened in Colorado Springs at the regionals down there. This was not the deck I played. I took apart that deck, unfortunately, but the deck I played was Skill Drain Heroes. It was basically just heroes with Skill Drains mains and Fiendish Chains and Veilers and Maxis. And it was basically meant to fuck up the meta for everybody. And every time I played wind-ups, except one time, I got out Skill Drain with a Starlight set, a Fiendish Chain, and a Veiler in hand. And after I revealed that, they heavy stormed, so I Starlight, and they proceeded to scoop phase after that. Right now, as of this format, Skill Drain hurts every single deck. It'll hurt wind-ups, it'll hurt inzektors, it'll hurt everything. But I think my friend, or my teammate Jake, told you I took 30th place. Yeah, it wasn't too bad for a deck that I made around 3 o'clock in the morning.
It was so bad.
It was bad. The drive there was super obnoxious because they were getting so much snow. I think the last 4 hours of the trip we were traveling at 40 miles an hour.
No, it's 25.
It was some stupid thing that was so unnecessary. But I want to give a shout out to my friend Leo. He lives in New Mexico. He ended up going 7-1 and taking first place in Swiss, and ended up losing in top 8 to Dino Rabbit. But he was playing Inzector wind-ups, and from what I've seen and how he played it, that deck just seems really nutty. There's so many busted plays with that deck, and I just want to give a shout out to him, and just that's all I got to say for you guys. Just like, subscribe, comment on this video.
And as you can also see, this is 40 monsters.
And the side deck's 15 monsters. Oh yeah, and I was playing my other teammate Cody today, and game 3, he ended up deck devastation virus, and he hit every single monster in my hand. He would have lost if it wasn't for that. Thanks, Cody.
You're welcome.
See you guys.